I am Jon Heslop, and I am presenting on Harry Markopolos. Harry Markopolos was a consistent whistleblower for the largest financial fraud case in the history of the world. His theories and constant memos to the Securities and Exchange Commission proved that Bernard Madoff was leading many people in a Ponzi scheme. Although Harry Markopolos did not follow the 7 steps presented in Trevino and Nelson to the T, many aspects of his decisions reflect upon these steps to blowing the whistle. The steps to blowing the whistle are as follows. Approach your immediate manager first if you can, especially if they are not involved. Number 2, discuss the issue with your family. Third, take it to the next level, and do not just jump directly up to upper management. Fourth, contact your company's ethics officer and do a little research to find out what protection you'll need or you are provided, and also find out through legislation what type of protection you are offered. Fifth, consider going outside of your chain of command and possibly reaching out to your HR department. Sixth, consider going outside of your company. If you're dissatisfied with the response that you have previously obtained through the normal chain of command, it may be time to reach out to outside regulators that manage your company's industry. Seventh, you may in fact have to leave the company before your situation becomes toxic. In Harry Markopolos' situation, he did not follow these 7 steps exactly, but originally he was tasked with finding out or reverse engineering the Bernard Madoff case and finding out how he was so successful. And this relates to the first point in approaching our immediate manager first if you can. The second, discussing with family. Harry Markopolos certainly discussed this with his wife, who conducted due diligence for portfolio managers. Third, he took it to the next level by reaching out to the Securities and Exchange Commission through a contact that he had in Boston. Fourth, Markopolos continued to reach out through the avenues that he saw were best to try and make something happen. Fifth, he considered going outside this chain of command when he was not getting direct attention from the Securities and Exchange Commission. And through media outlets, he continued to send information and tips through his contact. Sixth, he continued to go outside of the company, and he created a memo called "The World's Largest Hedge Fund is a Fraud." There he called out in more detail the theories that Markopolos that he had, and worked as a final call for the flaws that he saw. Seventh, he wasn't forced to leave the company he was in because the improprieties were not within his direct company, but was with a company without. But he did eventually leave the company he began this research for, but he continued to research and send memos and information to the SEC. The way in which Harry Markopolos drew out his whistleblowing, it was a form of quiet moral leadership. He followed his principles in putting things off till tomorrow, per se. He consistently, over many years, sent memos. He followed sound moral instincts, which eventually prevailed, and he picked his battles. Throughout the years, he gained a reputation for being a bulldog, or in a way which was described, he didn't let people push him around, but he was willing to fight through for something he believed in. We can also learn from Markopolos' example by being patient. Patience is required, especially in this situation. As exampled, he waited many years and sent many memos and information to the SEC before action was taken. In conclusion, it is imperative that we understand the 7 steps presented in Trevino and Nelson, and in the article by Professor Bardarco, to approach a manager when it is necessary, discuss with family, take it to the next level, present it to an ethics officer, present it to outside of the chain of command if necessary, and outside of the company, and even if it comes to it, leave the company if the situation is too toxic. By picking your battles and patiently waiting, a reputation can be built for yourself, and many more people can listen and act on advice and information that you provide.